want to get into is that if you are in a bad situation, mentally, emotionally, whatever that is, how do you believe in yourself? How do you even stay positive? How do you say positive affirmations to yourself if you are not even in the mood? For example, forgive yourself. It's okay to rest. Let go of the past. Let go of the things that are outside of your control. But if you are not in the mood of that, how do you force yourself to reach that stage? Or what have you learned from other people telling their stories to you?
Oh, that is an excellent question, and I don't know that I have any magical answer to that. You're always going to take those steps back. You're not always going to succeed. You can't be happy all the time. So I think that's one of those moments when it's okay to not feel okay. And so then you have to take a step back and say, you know what? I got up this morning. Maybe I made my bed, or I made myself a healthy breakfast, or I didn't have that third cup of coffee like I really wanted, and celebrate those very, very small things. I went to work even though I would have rather just curled back up in a ball and stayed in bed, but I didn't do that. I went to work. Those are reasons to celebrate and get yourself back on track. And then that's when it's time to practice that self-compassion, which can get you back to feeling like you're ready to do the rest.
Another idea would be to add on to that, to have a journal of the things you appreciate. During pandemic, one of the things our coworkers and I did, since we were all working from home, is to think about 7 reasons that you're happy each day. And every day we would add to that list. And at the end, we had so many reasons to be happy. We could remind ourselves every day of those reasons. And that really helped us keep going.
That's great. This takes me back to one thing. Do you know who Matthew Dix is? He's the author of Some Days Today and Storyworthy. He talked about this thing called homework for life, where all he talks about is you can have the crappiest day, but at the end of the day, do this homework for life, where at the end of the day, give yourself 5 minutes where you write down everything, what happened during the day. He has a different twist on it because he is a storyteller. He thinks that everybody has a story to tell. You just have to look very carefully. But at the end of the day, if you summarize your day just for 5 minutes, which is similar to writing what makes you happy, at the end of the day, I believe that's in the same realm here.
Yeah. So yes, I like that idea. I might have to try that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, journaling in general, even if you're journaling things that are not positive, is helpful from a later on perspective to go back and reflect on those words that you wrote while you were upset when you're in a better state of mind. And it can give you a different perspective. And you're like, man, I can't believe I let that get to me to that extent. And I felt like that was the end of the world. But 2 days later, you've survived it. You've moved past it. Maybe you're having a better day. And then when you go back and you read those words, it means something a little bit different to you. So it's always worth that effort.
It's embarrassing. I've tried this. I've tried writing it down. And then I would give up for a week. I'm like, this is useless. This is not helping me at all. And so I started making a habit of writing the date at the top of my journal entry, just so that I can say, oh, it's been 2 weeks since I've opened this book. Now that was 2 months ago. I haven't opened that journal since 2 months. So it's going to be another one of those kicks where I'll be like, okay, I haven't journaled in 2 months. This is useless. And I'm going to get into that cycle again. But I need to get into the habit of homework for life, or what made you happy at the end of the day. I really like that.